Hello and welcome back to another video. So today I wanted to talk about Moderna, the results that came out yesterday, the impact it has for the stock market, and of course Inovio as well, what this means for them. So to start off, I hope you guys had a good day yesterday trading. Obviously with the news that came out of Moderna, if you guys don't know, is that they've been passed on to go to phase 2 and 3 of their trials for their coronavirus vaccine, which is based off of RNA. It's called mRNA 1273, and that basically sent the Nasdaq market in the green zone. A lot of gains. It shot the market up due to consumer optimism, and based on the PR of Moderna, it really got everyone excited. So I just wanted to go deeper into what this actually means for Moderna, what the results are, to go a bit further than just the headline of what it is. That I know a lot of people will be thinking, okay, Moderna, they're the front runners for coronavirus vaccine, just all get there. So I just want to break it down so you guys don't jump into something and regret it later on, talk about the past of Moderna, what they've done, and how obviously it impacts Inovio. So I'm obviously invested in Inovio. I'm not trying to be biased at all. I'm giving an unbiased opinion, just breaking down the facts of what I believe is going to happen. So to start off, the problem with Moderna, in my opinion, in the results is that they had a very low CD4 T cell response and no CD8 T cell response. Okay, so what does this mean? So basically, you have these things called B cells. So B cells, they make antibodies, and the T cells help activate antibody production B cells via the CD4 helper T cells. Okay? Meanwhile, the CD8 cells, they're T cells that basically kill viruses and kill the cancers. So those are one reacts and the other it reacts to CD8, and the CD8 are the ones needed to make sure to kill the virus and to make it go away for the long run. So in the journal that this was published, which is the New England Journal magazine, Moderna basically reported that the CD8's T cell responses were detected to be low with their 100 microgram dosage. So they did a 25 microgram dosage and a 250 microgram dosage. So with their 100 microgram dosage, it was low. That means unable to kill COVID. And then when they went on to their 250 microgram dosage, essentially that's supposed to have a stronger effect, but it also is supposed to lead to higher side effects. So it's supposed to be more impactful in killing the virus, but have more side effects. But what happened was that it wasn't more powerful in killing the virus. It tended to be the same as the 100 microgram dosage. However, the side effects did still increase. So one of the key side effects that I want to talk about was that for the older people, there were a lot of these unknown and random side effects which were kind of shady. It wasn't fully reported on, but basically the older people did not react well, and I just think that's going to be a problem, because in the future, when you have those people, when the vaccine does eventually come out, it's going to be the older ones who, first of all, they're going to be more at risk, so they're going to be inclined to get the vaccine. But also, a lot of the younger generations now, they're starting to understand that maybe vaccines aren't the best way to go. They're a bit sketched out by vaccines, and they don't have as much trust in it. Meanwhile, the older generation, they really do have a trust in vaccine. That's what they've grown up on, and they're going to be the ones with the most demand for the vaccines, in my opinion. So that's just one thing, So another thing is, obviously, there's an unknown antibody durability. So because of the side effects, and the side effects occur when there's more dosages. So when there are more subsequent injections, and that causes even more the severe side effects to happen without any antibody. There was antibody production, but the durability and the length of it is still unknown. Okay, so now I want to talk a bit about Inovio. So what can we expect for Inovio to come up, and why do I still think that Inovio is better positioned than Moderna? So first of all, I just want to say that I don't think there's not going to be one vaccine, one company which develops the vaccine, and it's going to be, the end goal. I think there are going to be many different companies. It's possible Moderna and Inovio are both, selected and they get funding. And I just think in that case, Inovio would be able to take care more of the older generation due to Moderna's incapability of doing so based on the results. So that's just another thing to look out for. But basically with Inovio, we have a lot of things still to look out for, okay? So there's still that peer review, which has to be published. And that's going to talk about the phase 1 results. It's going to talk about, then it's going to get into the specifics of the T cells, the antibodies. It's going to get into the specifics of the CD4, the CD8 T cell responses. It's going to get into all of that. And the thing is with DNA vaccinations in the past, the key problem has been, the key blockage for their development throughout time has been the balance between the humoral and the cellular response. So Dr. Kate Blanchett, she's the vice president of Inovio Pharmaceuticals. She actually hinted that these results are going to be positive, and so we're just going to have to wait and see when the peer review does get published how it is, because that's going to be a big indicator as to the future success of Inovio and their DNA vaccination, INO-4800. Okay, so now I wanted to talk about basically how you should not get caught up in all this news on a daily basis. With these vaccines, I just don't think you should be looking at every single piece of news that comes out every day, because companies like Moderna, they prey on rumors. They're the ones who, there's a thing where retail investors, there's been a large influx of retail investors since the start of coronavirus. And then what happens is that those retail investors, they're just in here to buy and quickly make a big amount of money, a large sum of money, and then sell. They're not in it for the long run. So basically, these are sort of people that Moderna targets, companies like Moderna targets, because if you sell off the rumors, you have different messaging boards, different investor boards, and you have all these bots and these people who tend to spread misinformation or tend to hype the company, or pump and dumps. And basically what happens is people buy on the rumors. So you buy on the rumors, so there's the build-up, okay, the results are about to be released. Some funding is going to be improved, there's some FDA is going to allow something. There's always some milestone, leading up to some milestone. There's these rumors. And basically during that time, before the news, the stock is soaring. The share price is soaring. If these rumors are positive, they're soaring. And then right when the news comes, what happens is the majority of investors sell on the news. They sell on the news, share price dips, and then a lot of these retail investors also are left like us, new investors who come in, they're left I don't know. And they're worried, do I come in or do I not? What do I do? Do I sell? Do I still keep buying? Do I hold? And then there's all these problems which arise. You end up losing money. And then you go on to the next hot coronavirus stock or the next trending stock on Yahoo Finance, whatever it is. So I just think you have to be really cautious when choosing your coronavirus stock. Don't read the news, which is every day, just thrown in your face. Don't read the messaging boards which are being imposed on you. Do your own research, understand the data which is being presented, understand what the companies are doing with their vaccines, understand what they're trying to tell you, right? Understand what their data means. So, for example, Inovio, like I said, I really think they're very stable. I think they have a lot of milestones to reach, which will increase the share price, but above all, I just think they're the most stable and the most well-prepared to create the vaccine. And I think they've chosen the route which has been the most consistent, which has been the most transparent. Moderna, a lot of their insiders have been selling their stocks. Over the past week, they've sold their stocks. And Jim Cramer is a really famous guy, and he basically was saying that he wants to see if Moderna's if their execs are gonna sell the stocks now in the next few days with this news, and that's gonna be a big indicator on the future of the Moderna vaccine, because if they sell their stocks again, just use common sense. If you're an executive of Moderna, you have Moderna shares, and you're selling them. Why would you sell them? Unless if you think the vaccine's going to do good, you think the share price is going to go even further, right? So when you sell them, that says something that you don't believe in the company as much as it's made out to believe. So please do your own research. I really do think that more testing is going to have to be done with Moderna, and in the phase 2 and 3 trials that there's going to be a laser focus on safety and durability, and I personally do not think Moderna is going to be able to fulfill that task. I think that they've skipped too much, and their side effects and adverse side effects are just too intense to be ignored. I'm going to wait on the Inovio news, see what's going on in their peer review, and then obviously their animal studies are also coming out. So, like I said, do your own research, do what feels right for you. But in my opinion, I'm sticking with Inovio, and I just believe they have been the most transparent, and they've never spread and gave out information or gave a press release which artificially boosts the share price. They take their time in posting things, which actually annoys some of the investors, myself included, but they take their time and they're not focused on the share price. They really are just focused on their vaccine itself. So make of that what you will. This is just my 2 cents. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like, comment what you guys think. Who do you think is going to be who's going to be the first to create the vaccine? Who do you think is going to be what do you think is going to happen in the next few months with this whole coronavirus thing? Let me know. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I post daily, and I will see you all tomorrow.